The residents on UTS student accommodation Madang had to evacuate the premises for 2 days because of a Sydney water pipe that burst and caused a power outage. The surge instigated major problems around Harry Street area, and one of the buildings that was affected was Madang, the housing offered for UTS students. Communication and off-campus officer Sophie Erpicum says when it happened on the 18th of August, they had to leave straight away.
Students cannot stay within a residential accommodation if there's no power, because if there were a fire to take place, there's nothing actually in place to help them evacuate, so no lights or anything as such.
While there was still no electricity at Madang, UTS Housing had to supply with meals and other offers for the students.
We sorted out breakfast and then lunch and then opened the U-Lab also, so at least students had some kind of shelter at such an early time. Second stage was in the afternoon trying to get in touch with Ausgrid, so the electrical suppliers, to see if the power would come back for the evening, because if it didn't come back on, that meant we had to provide students with accommodation.
Madang accommodates over 700 students. Resident Chloe Sampson was one of them who had to struggle through the evacuation. She describes the whole process as a nightmare, but luckily she could stay the night over to her family. However, she thinks the staff did a good job considering the circumstances.
They were trying to fix it as quickly as possible, and we all sort of understood that it was an extremely difficult situation. It's hard to, there are more than 700 students living in the building, so it's hard to coordinate all those students, evacuate them and make sure they're all, obviously our safety would have been the number one priority. All in all, I think they did the best that they could.
I think for the next time, if ever it happens again, we always have like an off-campus list, but yes, we definitely know who to contact.